Hello everyone, and today is DCS versus Command. We're going to be taking a look at using the Mirage for interception. So our story so far, if I remember going back, last night was of course the new millennium, and a bunch of enraged gamblers found out that their computer earnings had been completely wiped out, so they decided to take to the streets of Las Vegas. In doing so, of course, they went right to Nellis Air Force Base, captured a bunch of military hardware, and then proceeded to invade the city and cause us all sorts of trouble over the last couple episodes. So the good news is we managed to scrape together a little bit of different aircraft as well as different vehicles from around the test range itself, and we're planning to do a major run into the city, probably starting with the next episode. So anyway, we just got some intelligence that the Nellis Air Force Base, the enraged gamblers, I should say, managed to activate a few different Russian helicopters and are going to threaten our beautiful little troops down here who are getting ready to move into the city for their second attempt to try to drive out the enraged gamblers. Unfortunately for us, the only thing we have available at Creech Air Force Base right now is a couple Mirage 2000s, as all the other aircraft are being rearmed and refueled right now for the big push coming up. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set things up kind of manually today. I'm going to split my Mirages into two separate flights. Go ahead and get them going. We don't know where the helicopters are yet. We don't know what they're doing. We don't know what their attack patterns are. We just have a fairly good idea that helicopters can do a lot of damage to a huge mustering area with all these different vehicles all kind of ready to go. So we've got to get there. We've got to intercept those helicopters as fast as possible. Intercepting helicopters at low altitude, as you're probably well aware, is very difficult to do on account of the fact that you get all those very, very strong ground returns. And helicopters are very slow-moving targets, so it's very difficult to lock them up with radar. So we'll kind of have to see what that's like both in command as well as what it's going to be like over in DCS. All right, I'm going to get these guys moving immediately. Go. Is my other group here also? Yes, it is. Go. Their radar on immediately. Of course, throwing back to one of our earlier episodes, we have our Yak 52 doing his little patrol over the troops itself. He's got a nice pair of binoculars, so he's probably going to be able to spot anything. Like right now, he's noticed an aircraft on the runway. That's probably one of our helicopters or one of our groups of helicopters. So the Mirages are hauling already. They're a little over Mach 1, and they've just taken off. These guys were originally designed to be interceptors, and they do a pretty good job of it. I've actually been consistently impressed with just how quick those things are. That's what I was hoping to see. Looks like a group of enemy helicopters. We have to confirm them. That works for me. Reduce to normal time here. I'm going to go ahead and authorize them to use air-to-ground strafing if they need it. Also going to allow them to do this because, again, I want them to be a little bit more flexible in their engagements. How do we identify them, by the way? Oh, the M-2000C identified them. Apparently there's a, that's kind of convenient. Again, one thing that command gets almost too well is the fact that the troops communicate so well with each other. In the real world, it's tremendously difficult to actually make these communications that effective. Let's go ahead and have one group go after one group. This group's going to go ahead and target this group over here. All right, we've got to get there before they start engaging our armored forces, because we're going to need every single armored forces we need for the next battle. All right, we've already got a missile on the way. I'm guessing this is, yeah, it's a Super 530. Interesting missile, by the way. It's kind of like an AIM-7. Speed up time a little bit. They're racing across the city now. I should probably check their weapons release authorization. I don't want these guys to be wasting ammo. I should say, I don't want them to be quitting the fight without going ahead and doing this. Yeah, I'm going to actually set it to that mode. I much prefer that. All right, here we go. Looks like our 530s are being absolutely useless. Isn't good. Of course, they're getting notched right now, so it kind of doesn't surprise me. So what do we actually hit here? What is this helicopter? Have we been able to identify? Ah, it's a Hind, of course. Nice thing about Hinds is they're extremely, extremely easy to identify. I think we are literally going to run out of missiles before we run out of helicopters. It's troublesome. Now, a neat thing in DCS is helicopters will engage you with their cannons, and they're actually very proficient at it. Human players, not so much, but especially the AI does a really, really bang-up job of it. See what happens here. Happens here. Keep hitting them, but it just doesn't seem to want to do enough damage to actually knock them out of the sky. And now the Mirages are going in with guns, which is always a lot of fun. The Mirage gun in DCS is super weird. Uh-oh, somebody actually got hit. Apparently they did get return fire with a cannon here. So these guys are doing what they can. Let's 9 mode real quick. Nellis Air Force Base. Oh, one of the guys is swinging around. Where did he get hit anyway? Oh, what's broken on you? Oh, it actually didn't hit anything important. Nope, one of the Mirages just got shot down. Incredibly, like I was just joking a second ago, it was the gun that actually shot him down. Alright, we're engaging these Hinds, and apparently the Hinds are doing more damage to the Mirages than the other way around. Oh, this doesn't make me feel so good when we get over to DCS. While little Yak 52 is just kind of tooling around. Can't believe that happened. What are you doing? You're probably heading back to base, aren't you? Yep. How about you? Ignore the airport guys. Concentrate your firepower on everything else. Maybe I accidentally set them new. I don't need you to. You should engage the helicopters. Apparently the helicopters are heading back to base though. Maybe it's not as bad as we think it is. Do you have anything left? Got one burst of cannon fire left. Swinging around. And a swing and a miss, I guess? Whatever this guy's about. Gonna run himself out of fuel if he's not careful. Nope, he's going home. Okay, so let's take a look at the end results here. I believe all the enemy helicopters retreated, so there's probably a reason why. Ran them out of ammo or something like that. Let's go ahead and take a look at losses. We lost a Mirage 2000. +1 got dinged. Cross fingers it doesn't happen in DCS. We went through plenty of bullets, which is probably what's going to happen, and we went through plenty of missiles as well. Apparently, we only got about half their helicopters. All right, let's take a look at what happens in DCS. All right, we're over here in DCS in the Mirage 2000, ready for intercept. So we're equipped with 2 semi-active radar homing and 2 infrared homing, plus of course we have the guns and everything along those lines. Now, from what I understand about the Mirage, its radar is pretty good, but in the event that we get beamed, or I should say notched, or anything along those lines, it's pretty much going to disable our ability to engage successfully. So we're going to have to kind of balance the needs of staying high to avoid gunfire with the needs of being low in order to make sure that the cannon continues doing exactly what the cannon needs to do. So I'm going to make sure all my settings are set the way that I want them to be. I'll go ahead and throttle here. So this is an intercept scenario. So what we're going to do is we're going to climb up to intercept height, and then we're going to spin back down and go ahead and take care of things like that. Okay, so we're about 25 miles away from Vegas. So actually the radar still did just the way I want it right now. I should have a teammate out there somewhere, probably giving me dirty looks right now. Oh, apparently somebody's already engaging. He said bullseye 40. Out there. No, that should be low enough. We can tilt the radar down just a teeny tiny bit more. Right there should be more than enough. Again, it's going to be very difficult to detect a helicopter at this kind of an altitude. Alright, let's go ahead and give ourselves some very uncomfortable negative G's. Level off. And prepare our weapon. Good. All set. One of the things I love about the Mirage in this game is the IFF is so easy to use. One of the things I don't like about this particular engagement is the fact we're going to be having friendly Mirages flying around, and the last thing in the universe I want to do is accidentally tap one of those, which I guarantee you, if you give me the chance, I will certainly succeed in doing. Alright, take a look around. I haven't acquired anything yet. So that radar, oh, there we go. Hello. I ask who you are, and you are confirmed. Excellent. Okay, now that we've acquired our target, there's a couple strategy pieces here. For one, he's going to try to go to ground as soon as we get close to him. So if I'm going to engage this guy successfully, I have to make sure I'm basically almost underneath him so he's got nowhere to go. Up on the defogging switch there. The second item is I have to keep him locked up for the entire engagement. So once he knows I'm out there, he's probably going to start doing things in order to avoid getting hit, like, you know, notching me or something like that, which will cause me to lose lock. So anyway, we're going to do the best we can with what we have. Keep in mind, we do have teammates, as a matter of fact. Alright, now the 530 missile is kind of an interesting weapon on account of the fact that it basically requires you to keep locked on the whole time, but it has terrible range at low altitude. I'm actually going to start easing off the throttle here. We're ripping a little bit too fast. So my plan is to basically go in, drop a missile or two, and then go back out, and then use the IFF to reacquire targets, then kind of swing back around and kind of keep that in that cycle. I'm going to be very careful not to engage the other Mirages, because they will get hit if I do shoot them, especially at the range that we're probably going to be operating at. One away. 15-second engagement time. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. I'm going to start spiraling around him, because if he's going to engage me with a missile or a gun, got him. Let's go pull up. Apparently a Mirage got damaged in something. I'm not sure how that even happened. The explosion hit him too. I'm trying to find the other helicopters. They're going to have a heck of a time of trying to hit me up here. There he is, right over that park. Go ahead and dive, pick up a little bit of cornering speed here, and then we'll come back around and go after the guy who's near the park. Just trying to identify it. What's that park? It's right there. So it's going to be right there somewhere. Alright, let's go ahead and execute our turn. Spot it visually if we can. None of those guys are friendly. Check in him. Check in twice. He's confirmed hostile. One away. Again, I'm going to try to spiral because I don't want to get caught short by one of these guys if I don't have to. Nice. Let's get out of here. Here comes the cannon fire, I guarantee it. He'll be firing. Manage my incredible thrust away here. Alright, nice. That's 2. Alright. Let's go ahead and prepare for the next one. Flip over the magic. We're going to have to be really careful with these because they have a real bad tendency to lock onto everything but a helicopter. Alright, keep an eye out. Keep an eye out. I think they're still over that park, to be honest. Alright, let's swing around just a second. I don't want to get too carried. Whoa. Lie in a straight line. How when you're dealing with guys with cannons. Expecting to see him any second now. There he is. Ah, shoot. Interesting. They're still over that park. He's probably giving me the most angry glare in the world right now as I'm going over him. Alright, we're probably going to have to head back into Vegas and spin back around again. Alright, if he's going to stay there, I'm just going to come back around him in a second. So we'll give ourselves the good old-fashioned split S, which at 10,000 feet should be fine, but at a speed of 544, that's not safe. Flip this over. Of course, when we come out of the split S, we're going to have absolutely no energy whatsoever. Come on. There he is. Check his IFF. Hostile. Careful, though. Careful. Come on, come on, come on. Lock him up. Lock him up before he hits me. I think that's just going to go right by him. Let's go ahead and swing this thing down. Unlock him. I'm going to give him an angry glare. I'm shaking my fist at him right now. You can't see me doing that. Alright. I think we are out of everything. That's okay. Whoa. KC-6. There he is again. See him? Where's my teammate? Pretty sure I'm out of all the good stuff. Oh, I have one more. Good. This time I'm going to get you. Mistake there was I didn't let the weapon actually lock onto him. I got excited. I saw that I was in range. Actually, he's still right where he was a second ago. Special radar mode enabled. Locked onto something. It's on my side here. wish I could ray gun or something like that. No, that's hostile. That's the helicopter. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, he's turning. Oh, yeah! That was close. Oh, I think he might have got me. That's exactly what happened in command, too. How are we doing for fuel here? This thing does not want to lock onto him. I think he may have hit me there. Doesn't feel too bad. I don't see any warning lights. Maybe you got something structural. Cam? Take my time here. What's my speed? Are you hostile? You are not considered hostile. That's that stupid helicopter again. Come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. He's gonna start shooting at me again. Yeah, I see that I'm in range, but I actually need the darn thing to lock onto him or can't do anything. A spiral to make me a little bit more difficult to hit. Nope, he's just, whoa! This weapon will not lock onto him. That was a little too close, if you ask me. A little dent to my wing now. Jeez. Well, I guess command got that part right. Maybe we need to use our own gun against them. Why are my teammates not engaging the enemy? Ah, now my teammate's gonna do something about it. Just cannot lock onto him. Guarantee he's still right there, too. Is that him? Nope, friendly. With this guy over here. No. It's an Mi-24. That is not friendly. Careful though, these guys have cannons too. Come on. Yeah, I see that, but I need a lock. Lock on, lock on. Before he starts shooting at me. He's gonna start shooting at me! Yeah! Okay. Come on, you stupid missile. You've got to do better than that. Well, if that's not gonna work, we're gonna have to get old-fashioned. Alright, fine. Be that way. I've dodged a couple bullets here already. Those guys are not friendly. Locked on. Alright, this is gonna be difficult. We're gonna have to kind of do like a turn and burn on him. Okay. You cannot win this fight. Jeez. I'm having a heck of a time with this. Guess we could kind of approach from the top. What are we doing here before we get too carried away? I'm almost to bingo. Having too much fun. Maybe one of those Hinds is going to be an easier target for a magic. Nope, friendly. Not so friendly. Looking at me. I know what he's gonna do when it gets closer. is the hardest helicopter engagement I think I've ever done in my life. This is incredible. Yeah, it's not gonna track. Maybe if I try to like dive on him or something like that. Seems like it's worth a shot. Try to hit him from above this time. I'm trying. Come on, teammate. Help us out here.
Flight. Engagement.
Honestly, gonna go home empty-handed here. Come on. And where he is again. I have to like dive on him or something. Infinite supplies of ammunition here. I don't remember this being as much of a problem in command, I'm not gonna lie. They're out there, I just can't see them anymore. It must be too high. Fortunately, I can't keep going like this because I'm gonna run out of fuel. Make this a tough target in case somebody's tracking. Really wish I knew what was going on out there. Let's turn. Let's try to use our eyes for a second. It's turned into one heck of an adventure. Not picking anything up. I wonder if there's anything left, to be honest. There's always a chance that our teammates have kind of done a pretty good job, too. Actually succeeded in shooting all of them down. No, I lost them. Getting a radar warning. There's a Mirage right there somewhere. Alright. So I guess my plan now is to go, oh, there he is. Oh, I'll be so mad. Nicely done, too. Nicely done. Well, at least he's having more luck than I am. I think we still have some cannon rounds left. What's that? Hey, we found one. Found two, actually. Alright, let's try a different strategy here. Let's try to get above them. I guess not. Must have notched me. Told you it was going to be tough. Too. Is that him? There he is. Oh jeez. He's just gonna fire at me as soon as I come down on him. Nope, I'm just gonna stay high. Yep, told ya. They're like trying to like play catch with a cactus. Altitude here. What do we got for fuel left? Not much. Looks like we're gonna get one more shot at this, and then we're gonna have to RTB. All right, here we go. Just a second. That's it. Oh, nope, I have a couple bullets left. Okay, that strategy kind of worked. Whoa! That was a little close. All right, I think that's it. All right, interesting engagement to say the least. I think the big takeaway here is helicopters are, like I said, very, very tricky to engage, especially with, you know, high, fast-moving aircraft, and their cannons are extremely good. Like I said, I think they dinged us a couple times there. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let's go ahead and exit out real quickly here. Did I get any kills? According to this, I didn't get anything, even though I guarantee you I hit a couple of the guys. And let's see what we had for losses. We lost 3 airplanes, which makes no sense because that doesn't know. So apparently those helicopters did a real bang-up job of shooting our guys down. So take it for what it is. Enjoy.